Hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Today I want to talk about something. I just had a live stream on this, and something I want to add to this is very important. Sending money overseas. And, the reason I'm saying this is sending overseas not necessarily to a lady friend that you have, or it's sometimes women in U.S. are finding Filipino here very attractive, and women do the same. Women will send money here to the Philippines just as much, in a lot of cases, than men. And so, uh, what I'm here to say is please be careful if you're sending something here to the Philippines that you really are not sure who that person is, and you've actually not met that person in person. Now, talking on the phone, on WhatsApp, and some of the other things are okay and it's fantastic. But then on the other hand, you really don't know who that person is, right? What their family background is. You can have the family on, but a lot of times that can be scripted. So, really, overall, what do you do? If you're dating someone, you found somebody online and everything is going well, what do you do? If they need a situation where they send money, do you take the time and say to yourself, okay, I'm actually going to send them money? Do you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to send them $200 or $100 or whatever the need is? But do you actually do that? That is a big question that a lot of us, and I used to ask the same thing to me. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I'm not. I got taken advantage of myself. I sent money before. I thought I knew the person. I thought everything was fine, but come to find out I was scammed. I met Ruth, and I was just lucky in a situation where I didn't have to have, uh, you know, uh, she did ever ask for money. She never said, hey, please send me money. I need money. She never asked for it. Eventually, I would say, are you doing okay financially? Do you need anything? She says, no, we're fine. We will do. I said, well, I'd like to send you something for maybe Christmas coming up, and you guys buy something. It's up to you, she would say. It's up to you. She said, I'm not requiring anything. It's up to you. If you want to send, fine. If you don't, fine. It's not required. And she was fine. But to a lot of times, I'm not. I'm sure she probably could use the money, and I'm sure she probably needed it, but she never asked me for it. So that's a big thing you really got to think about. Now, uh, in a lot of cases, in the past, I've gotten an email from a lady that was dating an American lady dating a Filipino, and that was the question she asked me. He was saying that he was working. He started working. Uh, he was doing feed store work, carrying bags, and not really making a lot of money. And she said, "Is it proper for me to send him money? Can I help him? Can I?" And I said, it's up to you. But do you know the guy? Have you really talked to the guy? Have you talked to him on the phone? Have you guys? What period of time have you done that? And what period of time has this transpired? And she said, back through another email, that everything was fine. We've transpired a long time. Our relationship is 6 months, but it's not like I'm going to send him a lot of money. And I said, I'll tell you what, send him something that you can afford to lose. And what I mean by that, send him something that maybe if it's $50 or $100 in that situation that you can afford. But I wouldn't send large sums of money, because here in the Philippines, $100, 5,000 peso, will get a man by or a woman by for a long time. And if the family's having hard times, it would even sustain a family. And you could buy them rice, it would buy them some bayon, little fish, and things like that would get them to the next step. So when you're sending something to the Philippines, a lot of times big question is always asked: should you send it, and who to, and what is the best way? A lot of people send it Western Union. A lot of people send it Zoom. A lot of people send it. Use many multiple ways you can actually send money, bank accounts, things like that. If you were going to send money, in a lot of cases, don't send large sums. Like, don't send $500 or above at any given time. What would anybody really need for $500 and above? People really don't need a lot of money here to survive. If anything, $100 is enough. $200 is enough, because um, even because most of the time you'll find your Filipino eats rice. Most of the time your Filipino eats chicken. Most of the time your Filipino eats beef, and chicken and pancit and all the other things. So really, if you're going to send something to a Filipina, $100 every once in a while, or even $200, which is 10,000 peso, would last them 1 or 2 months, depending on where they live, depending if they have rent or not. And more than likely, if your Filipina's working, or if she's not working, she's staying at home, right? She's living at home with her parents or sister's house or somewhere like that. So it's really a judgment call on you. And so how much do you really need to send? I'm saying, as what I have figured out and what I found out, I would send never any more than 500 bucks at a time, because why would someone need 25,000 peso? Really? They're used to living on 3,000 peso a month or 5,000 peso a month. The average income here is $3 to $5 a day per person. And depending on that person that lives in that house and works in that house and actually has income coming in from that house, they make $3 to $5 a day. So why would someone need $500? Why would someone even need $400? But what I would do is I would send, in the beginning, I would send $100 or something like that for my wife. Then she could spend it accordingly, and then she could do whatever she wanted to with it, because it's her money. But I'm just saying, if you're making decisions to send money to the Philippines, just be careful on the amounts you want to send. Why wouldn't $100 be enough? Why wouldn't $50 be enough in some cases? Really? Because rice is 40 peso a kilo. So you can go buy 5-10 kilo of rice, get you 5-10 kilo of fish, get you some canned goods for less than 1,000, 2,000 peso, you're set. 3,000 peso, you're set. Because just her, right? And maybe her family, if she's living with her family, but her family is sustaining themselves, hopefully. Or maybe herself and kids, if she has 2 or 3 kids, even that would sustain them. Many Filipino live on 3,000, 2,000 a month. Many are happy to get 2,000 a month, and they're tickled to death. And they live fine. They pay their electric. Electric bills are anywhere from $10, $8, $7 a month. Because they don't have aircon, they have fans, and they have TV, and they have all the stuff. So I'm just using 10 on the house. But the point I'm getting at is, it's just my opinion, you don't really need to send no more than 500 USD. To the Philippines, unless you've already met the girl and you're on some type of relationship with her. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody. Please hit like and subscribe to the channel.